Clippers and clipper blades. Sharpening clipper blades. There's 7 good reasons that you want to sharpen clipper blades. Reason number 1, it's great family business. You can work your schedule around your children's school schedule. If you have family members that want to work with you, a spouse, in-law, children, grown children, whatever, adding clipper blades, sharpening as a full or part-time business is a great family business. You can run it from home, or you could set up a shop and have your shop, everybody in there is family and employees. It's like not working when you're with your family all the time. Number 2, it can complement the business you're already in. So let's say you're a groomer or a barbershop. What great part-time business you could have is sharpening clipper blades, because not only can you do it for your customers, but you can do your own. Save a lot of money and also make money. Work the schedule around your other business. If you have a business calling on barbershops or groomers, or even hair salons, having clipper blade sharpening as an additional business revenue where money's coming in, since you're already there. Let's say you have a storefront and you're selling beauty supplies, barber supplies, or groomer pet supplies, to offer clipper blade sharpening on site where your customers can stay there and shop around while they're getting their blade sharpened, or drop them off, come back for them. Those are all good reasons to get into clipper blade sharpening. Number 3 is competition. Both ways. Let's say your competition is already doing clipper blade sharpening and you don't. And some of your hair salons that are barbershops, hair salons together, they're wanting their clipper blades done. They might use your competitor to sharpen their beauty shears and their barbering shears rather than you, because they're full service. Or if you're wanting to get in and sharpen for pet groomers, you really can't get in there and sharpen any amount of shears for pet groomers if you don't do blades also. So your competitors would have that little niche. So let's suppose your competitors don't do blades. Well, then you can be that person that you offer blades, and when you go in and your way to compete with the competitor and say, well, not only do I do shears, but I do clipper blades. Even if you don't do that many clipper blades, if you've got your machine back in your garage, your home, wherever it is, you don't necessarily have to buy a van if you're calling on mostly hair salons. But you can pick up the blades, take them, have them sharpen, and bring them back. And that makes you full service, and it gives you a niche against your competitors. It's a great part-time income. If you're wanting something very flexible hours, you're working around your children, maybe you have health issues, you can't always work, or you got doctor's appointments, or whatever you've got going in life. Maybe you just like to travel a lot and you don't want the day-to-day time of a job. Sharpening blades gives you total flexibility, so you can work whatever hours you need to, as long as it's when hair salons are and barbershops and dog groomers are open, which are basically 7 days a week, usually opening at 8:39 to maybe 9 at night. I don't know who wants to work longer hours than that. And you can always take them home with you and sharpen all night long too if you want to. Work your own hours the way you want to. You could even set it up mail order, and then you definitely have total flexibility on your hours. Another reason, and I may come up with more than 7. What if you're in a rural area and you've got to get all the sharpening you can get? You're already sharpening beauty shears, barber shears, grooming shears, whatever. And maybe you're doing other types of sharpening. If you're in a rural area, you're far away from the big city, you want to grab all the sharpening you can get. So maybe you might want to add clipper blade sharpening. That's a thought. Hey, clipper blade sharpening is not a gamble. It's a good return on your investment. Let me give you some numbers here. So let's say you bought a machine and you've got to training, and maybe you've invested about $3,000 in all of it. Sharpener's report, 2019 report, it is showing national median is $7 for blades, and large animal clippers $8 to $10. The high and the low is as little as $4.25 if they're doing 12, and as high as $6.50. I don't know anybody's charging that little. I charge $9. A lot of my competitors charge $10, but let's go with $7, which is the median number. So based on $7, I charge $9. But based on $7 a blade, I'm finding that groomers are getting about 40 blades a year sharpened. Some over and over, some occasionally because they don't use them as often. But the average single groomer, now there might be 4 or 5 or more groomers in a shop, or it might be a single person shop, but we're just going to go with individual groomers, not shops. So 40 times, and I'm going to use 7, comes out to 280. 280 times, and that's per year, times, let's say you have 200 of these groomers, that brings you back $56,000. And that's without doing any shears or anything. That's just blades. I think that's a pretty good income, pretty good return on investment. And every area still has room for people to sharpen clipper blades as long as they're doing a good job. Next reason you want to get into clipper blades is maybe your sharpener that's working that area has retired, moved away, maybe they've died. This is the reason why my clipper blade sharpening has greatly increased, is because our main sharpener that was in the Atlanta area moved up to the mountains. They're still doing mail order, they're still keeping some business going, but all of a sudden there was a big need for clipper blade sharpening. Check out your area. You may find that your grooming shops are sending their blades off, they're not happy with the person that's coming, or they can't find the person. You may, as you get into it, you might be contacted by whoever is now doing the sharpening and they're wanting to retire and get out of it. So you may be in a sweet area of town or the country, wherever you are, that really needs a good quality clipper blade sharpener. And that's another reason to get into it, is that, hey, there's a great opportunity. The last reason is the reason I do as much clipper blade sharpening as I do. I've got another video on why I don't think you ought to get into clipper blade sharpening. It's not for everybody. For me, I do a lot of clipper blade sharpening training. I like to teach. I'm good at breaking things down. I may not be the best blade sharpener out there, but I feel like can break down in individual things and explain. I have a lot of videos that'll be coming out about clipper blade sharpening. I'll have some that you'll only have to reference, only be able to have access to, is if you come for training or you order them off my website. I don't like to give out all the information, but I do want to have enough information so that people know that some of the things they see on YouTube, where they're sharpening blades on stones, doing some of these crazy things, that's not something you want to do. I like to train sharpeners for doing clipper blades for not only just them. It's a good business, a good income. It's a good supplement to maybe to what they're doing now. It's going to help them get into the grooming areas, all the reasons I just covered. But number two, there's a lot of groomers and barbershops out there that are getting some really disastrous sharpening, or can't find a sharpener. And I feel like by me teaching you or teaching other sharpeners how to do clippers, that's blessing just them and others. And that's what I do. I'm a teacher. So if you'd like to learn, be sure and subscribe to my channel. Hit the little bell so you'll be notified when I have new videos. We have a lot of education, a lot of things going on here at Bonika Shears. Clipper blade sharpening, that might be for you.